Hello and good evening. Welcome to Open House 2021-2022. I am Mr. Lipinski, your Algebra 2 teacher, or your son or daughter's Algebra 2 teacher. And just want to give a little brief introduction of myself. This is my 16th year teaching at Twinsburg. It's the only high school I've ever taught at. Algebra 2 has been a kind of staple of mine. I've taught this for quite a few years, dating back to when I started here. So some class that I have a lot of knowledge of and kind of know where the kids are going to struggle or have success. But, this is kind of the last class that they have to take mathematically. They're forced to take Algebra 2. So I've got students that are going to, be in this class and venture off to pre-calculus and go the math route. Some students that are going to go to statistics after this, and some students that maybe, math just isn't their thing and they're going to go to college math and kind of, that'll be the last math class they ever have to take. So this is the first class where students actually have a choice of what their next course is. After algebra, you take geometry, algebra 2, but now they have the choice of what they're going to take after this class. And that'll be one thing that we have to have a discussion on when we get further on in the year in January, February, as to where they want to go for their next year or next math class. I'm available at email if you ever have any questions or concerns. jlipinski@twinsburgcsd.org. Please shoot me an email or give me a call here, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. But just know that this class, I understand, is forced on students, so I kind of have a tendency to have a little bit of sympathy for them. I will assign a homework. We have a brand new textbook this year that looks like this, but we're trying to do most of it online. They have access to that. If your son or daughter ever needs a textbook, I do have copies that they can take home. What we're using, the Savas brand of the textbook, and there's a lot of new material and a lot of new things that we're using. And it's the first year, so we are struggling with this together. It's not just them. Sometimes, internet doesn't work. I have complete understanding of that. It's just we have to make sure that, we're trying it multiple times. But we will get through, about 8 to 9 chapters of this. And the nice thing is there's no state test. So if I need to slow down, I can slow down. But we generally will do, a lesson every day. Try to have a quiz over 4 to 5 lessons. Don't want those to be too long, too big of tests or quizzes. As far as homework goes, I graded on, did you do it? Did you not do it? So the students are now at an age where, they know what's expected of them. They know what they need to do. And I'm not going to grade for correctness every single homework. The nice thing is the platform does grade it for them and it allows them to, if they miss a problem, redo it for full credit. So, they really need to make sure if they're not understanding something, they're asking me questions. But did they do it? Did they not do it? I will accept late work, but if we're moving on to the next chapter, then the last chapter's homework is done for. We're going to kind of move forward. So, if you're not in Google Classroom, that's where I post most of the information. I'll put the notes up there. And, I'm looking forward to a great year. I'm happy to be back in the classroom and seeing, your son or daughter every other day. And if you ever have any issues, please reach out and we can get those taken care of. If I'm ever seeing your son or daughter struggle with something, I'll make sure that I reach out to you and just make sure everything's okay. And parent-teacher conferences, I believe, are October 14th. There'll be a link the week before if you want to come in, or we have a virtual. I'm not even sure how it's going to work this year, but that's Algebra 2. If you ever have any questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to email me, and have a great evening.